Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Iftikhar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about Alberta Immigration Nomination Program, which is a PNP program which does not specify what are the eligibility criteria. And I've tried to make a video. If you have not watched that video, then I'll try to leave the link in the description or in the I button. Okay. So taking the hint from that video, I'm going to talk about the occupations that are not in demand for Alberta. Before we get into that, if you look at the past draws, these are the past draws, as you can see on your screen right now. And when somebody looks at it and they say that, oh, they selected people with the lowest ranked CRS of 301, they get bluffed easily. I mean, the CRS of lowest ranked candidate was 301. And you would think to yourself that it was a couple of days ago, March 26, they selected people with 301 CRS and 300 candidates were selected. So you have a CRS of 370 or let's say 410. Then how or why will you not be picked by Alberta? This is a question that comes into everyone's mind. But there are 1,67,000 people above 300 CRS and they only picked up 300 people. So you should be asking yourself a question that there were 1,67,000 people in the pool. Why did they select only 300 candidates in the last draw and 200 candidates in the draw before? Why did not they invite like 2,000 people, 1,000 people, 500 people? Why did they select only 300 people with 301 CRS? When you conduct all this research, you come to know that there must be some hidden criteria for Alberta. And trust me, occupations, or you would call them knock codes, they are one of the highest factors as mentioned on their website. Let me take you to their website. Now we are on the Alberta website and you can see there are two factors that decrease your chances and your occupation is the second point. Okay, so there are only 2 points and these occupation have further 3 points. We are going to click on every link and then we're going to see what are the knocks. Because this is something I missed in the last video and many future Canadians asked me about it. Okay, so when we click on that high wage, low wage occupations, then we arrive on this page and as you can see that obviously your employer needs to have legible services. They cannot involve in the escort services or the employer cannot have non-compliance or the employer cannot be a previous defaulter. There are some positions in accommodation and food service and retail trade sectors which you cannot opt for, and there are some low wage positions which are below the cap. I uploaded a video on the minimum wage caps of all provinces of Canada. So if you have not watched that, you need to watch that to get a clearer picture. Okay. And other than that, in-home caregiver positions are also not in demand. This is the basic ineligible occupation list that we need to look for. Okay. And this is a huge list. Like there are some like 20-30 knocks, but I'm going to give you an overview of what kind of knocks are not in demand, especially legislators, school principals and administrators, managers in social services, fire chiefs, secondary school teachers, because many people who are teachers, they are asking me whether their knock is in demand. So you can see it is ineligible for Alberta. Same goes for elementary school and kindergarten teachers. Okay, no religious occupations are in demand for Alberta. Okay, and if you're an author or writer like me, then your occupation is not in demand. If you're a musician, singer, you're ineligible. You're an actor, you're a comedian, you're ineligible. Anything related to these knocks is going to be ineligible. Okay. And if you were a laboratory assistant in a dental lab, then still. All right, more about educators. Early childhood educators who do not have a certification are ineligible. So teacher assistants and some other sales related occupations. Yeah, so you get the idea. These are ineligible knock codes for Alberta Immigration Nomination Program, whether it is opportunity stream or if it is the express entry stream. Okay, looking back at the draws, the last two draws were at 301. So now you know the why only 300 and 200 people were invited for Alberta, because this is the criteria that we are digging deep into today. Okay, so last time I shared these two links and many people looked at them, but this is something which did not have a hyperlink to it, and many people were not able to look at this high volume of submission across all AINP streams. So today, basically, this is why I made this video, to tell you more about it. Okay, so when we go on to that, this is the page that I have found that addresses this point. Okay, so yeah, application volume by occupation. Now these are the knock codes that are very high in terms of applicants. Many applicants are having these knocks and they are applying for AINP. So that is why these submissions may take longer to process. This is what's written. Okay, but as we have read on this page, that this is one of the factors that decreases your chance. Okay, so if your knock is in one of these knocks, then you should know that your chances are not high, and it is very rare that someone without these factors or with these factors can get an AINP. Okay, 6311 is food service supervisor. Like I have been working as a crew trainer in McDonald's UK, and I had this knock at that time. Okay, so 6211 retail service supervisors, 7511 truck drivers, cooks, administrative assistants, and again educators, assistants, yeah, restaurant and food service managers, retail and wholesale trade managers. For example, if you are a shopkeeper, then probably this is what your knock will be, and this becomes ineligible. Not really ineligible, but having this knock might decrease your chance of getting Alberta Immigration Nomination Program nomination. Okay, administrative officers, accounting technicians, and bookkeepers. Okay, so this was all about those occupations, that if you have these occupations, then you should not count on Alberta PNP. I mean, if you get this notification of interest in 2021 through this Alberta NOI system, then you should consider yourself lucky. I mean, don't rely on that, don't count on that. If you get a notification, do let me know, because that is a very rare scenario when you basically they have mentioned all these things on their website. So we can read it ourselves and we can decide better that whether we should be counting on Alberta or we should be trying to improve ourselves through reattempting IELTS or enrolling in a master's degree program or a postgraduate diploma program to raise our CRS, because many people keep on sitting in a laid back position like this, and they don't do nothing because they know, or their consultant has told them, that Alberta will pick you at 301 CRS, 350 CRS, 360 CRS. So this is why when their CRS is 390, they feel comfortable. Okay, but I hope today's video will clear many doubts in your mind, and you will research if you want to go for Alberta, and you will find all these knocks and you will apply them onto your individual case. But if you come asking me about a certain knock, that whether it is excluded or included, then I don't know about it, because I've shared the screenshots with you, and I will give the links in the description so you can read it out yourself. Okay, Canadian immigration cannot be done in a single video, right? It is basically hours of research that you have to put into it. This is Iftikhar, and I'm signing off.